FHSTOP, thank you for putting this on.
You have to put your face to the mic.
Yep, to the mic. I gotta put my face to the mic?
Yeah.
Like you're a rock star.
Wow. Thank you all for coming today. Thank you all for being here. This is okay. I'm going to have to talk real loud, so I'm going to ask for your permission just to be quiet and hold on for a second. FHSTOP, thank you for putting this on. Volunteers, thank you for all the work you're doing. Most importantly, residents, thank you for being here. A lot's going on this week. I think you all kind of know who I am. Don and I have been on the board for a year. We have gone through a slog of activity, and it's just slightly highlighted in bullet points on the letter that came out on Tuesday. He's not kidding. It is challenging. The letter is challenging. The contents of it is challenging. But I want to remind you of a couple of things before I tell you a little bit more. Fiduciary duty is the responsibility of being informed. It's prior to making business decisions it's prior to making a business decision of all material information reasonably available to you. Fiduciary responsibility. There are 6 bullet points in this. There's the duty of care, caring for the community. There's the loyalty, acting without personal economic conflict. There's the duty of good faith, advanced interests of the corporation. There's the duty of confidentiality, keeping corporate information confidential. That's a limited, small little space of information. There's the duty of prudence, administering truth with a degree of care, skill, and caution. And the duty of disclosure, the act of complete candor. Now, let me ask you guys a question, and you all have my email address, and I'd like an answer from every one of you on this, especially you out there. What is, now you have to think about this one, it's not surface level, what is the core issue in our community? That is not the core issue. Okay? Again, you have to go, listen to me. You have levels of this problem. What is the core issue in our community? I'll challenge you with a side question. What's the core issue with our neighbors?
You don't have to say what
That's not the core issue. No, it's not. And I say this because I will tell you the answer to this. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay? This is simply me right here. You're going to hear more about this. The core issue in our community is trust. Think about it. Trust. Not necessarily voting, not necessarily transparency. Do you trust your neighbor to tell you the truth? Do you trust your board of directors to tell you the truth? Do you trust when you call the office to tell you the truth? No. How do you overcome this core problem of trust? I'm sorry, what was that, sir? Truth. Back to the duties of prudence. Administer trust with a degree of care, skill, and caution, and the duty of disclosure. Act with complete candor. I'm not going to take too much more of your time. There's one other thing I want to touch on. If you guys have talked to me in any degree, you know my background. You know how much I respect and admire justice and truth. Now, Tuesday night, no, was it Wednesday night? Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, a question was asked about the lot at the corner, 55 and Broad Creek Road. And the answer was land swap. Okay? The answer was land swap.
Yes, it was.
Hang on. I have information that refutes that. I'm not going to speak to you about what somebody else told me, what I heard, what I wrote in my diary. I'm not going to tell you anything of these things. I'm going to tell you facts. I have, let's see here, the FH newsletter, the minutes from October 31st, where we made a motion to acquire land using non-use revenue in the amount of $112,500 plus closing costs. We have the property report for the address at the corner of 55 and Broad Creek Road with a straight transfer purchase of $112,500. Did further research into that whole idea of land swap for, what did she say? Waterfront property?
Waterfront property. That's what she said.
My word, her words, not mine. Here's the Craven County inquiry for the prior owner of 55 and corner lot, Mr. Joe Jones. He owns 2 lots in Fairfield Harbour on Crooked
Creek.
Interestingly enough, Joe Jones bought that piece of property on Crooked Creek
1964.
in 1964.
In 1964.
He acquired and annexed the little corner piece of lot in front of his house in 1985. Joe Jones does not need waterfront property. He owned waterfront property. Okay? All this is public record. I will add one more piece of information because I know there's going to be people out there that are going to argue that I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what time it is, but I'll say about, I don't know,
4:26.
2 hours ago, I was at Joe Jones's driveway speaking with him about this transaction. He said unequivocally, I did not engage in conversations about waterfront property because, quote, I already own waterfront property. It is a straight transfer of money from Fairfield Harbour to him. Dispelling the issues goes back to fiduciary duties and being responsible. I won't share information with you that I don't already know, or I won't go get, that I will go get and share with you confidently. I'm not going to speak of something I don't know. Fair?
Fair.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
You want answers?
Yes.
The answers are in the books that we can't get access to.
There you go.
The answers are available to you so long as we have the ability to touch them. Ladies and gentlemen, Dawn and I are hosting a year-in review town hall meeting on May 29th. Those flyers are all around here. May 29th at the community center. Please come out. This is just a tidbit of what we've uncovered and what we've discovered and what we're doing for you in this past year. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your time. Enjoy the day, enjoy the cornhole, and please eat all the food. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
All of those that signed up for